Nikki Exotika. Where did that come from, that former name?
My stage name, Nikki Exotika, actually came from two parts. It was actually, I've never been called Nicole in the club scene. Everybody was like, hey Nikki, what's up Nikki? Like, so I was like, all right, Nikki. And then I was like, I gotta come up with a last name. I was always called exotic. Everywhere I went, they're like, yeah, she's so exotic. And blah, blah, blah. So I was like, well, let me think of a name of a comic book superhero. If I was a comic book superhero, what would I name myself? And then I just thought Exotika. So I was like, Nikki Exotika.
So, describe Nikki Exotica. Is that you, Nicole, or would you say that's an alter ego? You're Sasha Fierce, or is that?
Yeah, it's my Sasha Fierce. I think it's like, it's definitely my alter ego. Because like when you meet me as a person, Nicole, I am funny. I'm mostly hysterical. I'm a bug out. I say what I feel. You know, I'm cool. But the Nikki Exotica side to me is the bitch, is the diva, is the performer, the recording artist, the girl that you see that's like the Madonna of the transgender community. Like that's who I am as Nikki Exotica.
You named the Madonna. Who is some of your inspirations within the performer world that we would know, maybe,
oh my God,
that inspires you, like when you get out there to do your shows and stuff?
Madonna, Gaga, Britney, J-Lo.
Okay.
Top 4.
What about the trans world?
To look up to?
Yeah, that has inspired you.
That has inspired me. Definitely Octavia. Mm-hmm. Kelly Vanderveer, she's from Holland.
Kelly Vanderveer?
Kelly Vanderveer.
Okay.
Yeah, she's from Holland. She was on Big Brother and everything, and she just inspired me just because she was a sex change and she was who she is, and she's gorgeous. She did Playboy out there, like she's fierce. Amanda too. Amanda's an icon, and Amanda is,
Amanda Lepore.
Yeah, Amanda Lepore. We kind of came out in the same like genre of the club world, like club scene, and she was a club kid and I was a club kid, and that's how I met her back then. But she's definitely an icon, someone who has paved the way for the girls and stuff.
So describe your music. What would you say your music is?
My music started off as very electro-pop, electro-pop sound. But I want it to be diverse, and I want my sound to sound a little bit more on the dance sound. So I just have a new single out right now that I'm working on. It's called All Lined Up, and that's more dancier, like for the dance clubs.
Where have you performed at already? What would you say has been your biggest performance place so far?
My biggest performance place right now that I did a performance to, it was like amazing, it was like a whole production, was XL Nightclub, and that was like for my video release party last year in February. And then I just performed at the Abbey in Los Angeles for E! Channel, and then that was amazing.
In your path of everything you've done in professions, did you think if you would go back 20 years ago, think you would be doing this now?
Yeah, because I always, since I was 9 years old, I was in theater. So I was in theater all my life. Every school play I was in. Talent shows, I was singing in talent shows as a boy. I was always the best dancer. Anytime there was a school dance, I was the one in the circle with the people around me doing dance choreographies with my best friend. So I was always in that spotlight. I always wanted to be the center of attention. Then music, I was always singing. I was always in chorus. I was always doing that. So yeah, I saw myself.
Do you write your own music?
I wrote Secret Girl, and then I have actually Ashley Breathe that I work with, and she writes music as well and produces for me.
Is this the only music you see yourself doing? Could you see yourself doing regular pop or even R&B or anything?
I'm open.
You're open? What if you had a dream performer to perform with, but they would have to follow your vision of what you would want as far as the performance, a video, who would it be? Did you feel like they would execute your vision well?
For a professional artist to be in my video and to go by my vision, oh my God. I would love Madonna, but she beats her own drum, so I don't know. But I would definitely love to work with her. Our voices are very similar when we sing.
And what about the dance? Because I've seen you dance. You dance your ass off, so what do you feel about that?
I don't know. I'd be open to suggestions. I definitely love Beyonce, but I know I can't dance as good as her.
She's a definite performer.
She is amazing.
Work professions. What is your view on escorting? Your view.
I believe in this. Like, if you have to do what you have to do to survive. You have to do it smart, do it wise, do it safe.
When you say do it safe, what do you mean by that?
Safe as in don't get caught and use condoms.
Okay.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean? Like, there's, some girls, when they work in this profession, they go to some cheap ass, butt ass motels, 1-star, 2-star, Red Roof's Inn, this and that, hotels, Motel 6. Those places get busted constantly. They're raided. Even Holiday Inns, Marriott's. And there's certain things that work with the police, certain hotels, 3 stars. You want to make money and you want to do it, get your ass on an upper scale. Don't do Backpage, get onto Eros, make a website, do professional photos, spend that $250, $300, get your 3 shots in, do it more upscale, more classy, and advertise and get a 4-star hotel.
Have you escorted before?
Of course.
Do you feel like in the echelon, if they would say, people, this is my opinion, however a person makes their money, they make their money, that's their business. Do you feel like there's a sisterhood among the girls, no matter what the differences are in terms of certain things, as far as, maybe being in his life and having to escort to survive and to do certain things that maybe the normal person would not do to survive? Do you feel like there's a sisterhood among the girls?
There is, but then there's also like a divide with certain girls, as in they feel like they're better than certain others that didn't escort. So they're
Right.
like, oh, well, I do camming and you're an escort, so I'm better than you. Bitch, you're still showing your ass on cam. Like, if one girl does it behind closed doors, what makes it better than you? You're on camera showing your butthole to the world. So I don't think nobody's better than anybody at the end of the day.
Oh, I understand what you mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So-
I feel like a lot of times girls that are in this, there's some girls that are lucky that they have had their family from the
Correct.
beginning, and they've had support, and they were able to go to school, and they were able to
Right.
graduate and get a job.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's some girls that you and I both know don't have that luxury.
Right.
They get put out their house 11, 12, 13 at that, and they get out, and the first thing they meet older girl, it could be a girl like you, older, and let them know they have to do what they have to do to survive. And some girls I feel get kind of, I want to say, stuck. They don't think they can do anything else. But when, especially in this day and age, it's more, I don't want to say more accepted for trans, because trans still have it hard, honestly. But it's more opportunities, I think, available
Well,
for
I
trans.
mean, now there's more opportunities. It doesn't matter if you're transgender. You can still get the opportunities, because I've gotten the opportunities. I was escorting for a long time. I've gotten out of it. I'm doing acting. I'm doing music. I'm making money performing. So you can do whatever you want to do.
Was there ever a time you were just tired?
Huh?
Was there ever a time you were just tired of it? Like, just the crap that goes along with it?
Of course. Tired.
What would be your advice to girls if they're tired, or if they feel like they can't walk away, honestly, from you? From someone that could, even though you're doing what you do, you still struggle and have to survive doing what you're doing now. Correct or incorrect? Do you feel like, what would be your best thing, no matter what, for a girl not to fall into the trap that's the only thing they can do?
Really look inside yourself and see what else could you offer with your life. Like, what other talents do you have? Because it can't just be sucking dick and getting fucked. Like, you have to have other talents. Like, I mean, I have a million talents that I can do. I can design, I can sing, I can act, I can model, I can, do prosthetics, I can do makeup, I can do hair, I can do a lot of things.
Have you ever doubted your talents?
No.
Okay.
No.
Do you think that there was time you took your talents for granted?
Of course.
Okay. So, any young girls you see coming out that you're like, okay, that's a cute girl, or I see potential in them? Any young girls you see?
Yeah, I do. And, a lot of girls, hit me up, and they admire me a lot, and they'll hit me up and ask me for advice constantly. If you saw my Facebook, it's flooded with private messages of girls from not just the United States, it's like all over the world asking me for advice. And it makes me feel like great. Like, it's like, wow, they're asking me for advice, and, I look up to you, and you're the only one that I see that is doing things, and it makes me feel great inside, and that I'm obviously doing something right. I might have my haters, and I might have people that can't stand me, which I don't give a fuck. But
haters.
yeah.
Why do you think you have haters? What is the general thing you get from haters?
Sweetie, if I have haters, it's obviously because I'm doing something right. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
if I wasn't doing something wrong, it's every time I release a song, blam, I get blasted. Every time I'm on TV, blam, Nicole gets fucking blasted again. It's like, really? Like,
But do you think that's kind of good also? Because then when
publicity.
right, when they're not talking, that's the problem.
I'm like this.
But is there anything you ever hear you be like, what? Like you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you just
I
be a
laugh. It's funny. I go get the popcorn, I pop it up, and I'm like, oh.
Would you do
Oh.
if, let's say, Bravo came at you to do a reality show? Would you do it?
Maybe they already did.
Okay, so you would, maybe you would do it.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe not Bravo. Maybe E Channel. We'll
E
see.
Channel?
We'll see.
Okay.
They're sister channels.
They
Anyway.
are.